criteria is bogus, but understand it's the one we use. Using this criteria, white students who are merely average are still more likely to have advanced or accelerated classes once they get to high school. Now, what does that mean? It means that those students are going to get more prepared for the SAT, right? They're going to get more prepared for the ACT. They're going to take the test, and they're going to do better. And we're going to act shocked when people of color do worse on a test that they were systemically excluded from preparing for, as if that is a surprise. I mean, black and Latino students of whatever socioeconomic status, 2.5 times more likely than whites to be put into remedial classes, where they're not going to receive the same instruction, they're not going to have the same coursework, they're not going to be challenged in the same way, right? And so we then act surprised when in 11th grade they take the SAT, the ACT, they don't do as well, and then our society says, well, now you're not capable of going on to college, or at least not that college, because you're not as smart as somebody else over here. The fact that the structure of the educational system guaranteed that you would not do as well, virtually assured it, is something we don't want to talk about. But that's the systemic issue.
And I really view education as the civil rights fight of our generation, that we have a moral obligation to do something dramatically better for children and to do it now. Our children have one chance at a quality education, and if we don't provide it, I think we perpetuate poverty and we perpetuate social failure. So this is an extraordinary opportunity, but this is a fight, to me, that's about a lot more than education. It's really a fight for social justice. It's the right thing to do for children. It's the right thing to do for our economy. If we want to continue to grow as a country, we need an educated workforce. And so this is a huge opportunity, but I want to work with a huge sense of urgency as fast as we can. Our children need and deserve it, and our country needs it.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming up next, do we have a segregated school system in South Orange and Maplewood?
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Travel are experts at cruises that do not require a U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome, and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
A new kind of talk comes to South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience in April. Join award-winning journalist and civil rights activist Walter Fields weekly as he discusses being black in South Orange and Maplewood, race, and the suburban experience. Black in the Burbs will examine public education, the treatment of black youths, police and community relations, and black business development and faith. The show will serve as a forum for community dialogue. Join Walter Fields on the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience for Real Talk coming in April.
This is the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. We want to hear from you at 973-327-3626 or log on to showmore.org to let us know your opinion. Do you want to advertise on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience? You can reach us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to assist you. You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. For more, go to showmore.org to participate in the discussion. Coming soon, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. So tonight, we are talking about the education system in South Orange and Maplewood. And sometimes there's been the question asked, do we have a segregated school system in the South Orange and Maplewood School District? And that's the question that we are asking tonight. But tonight, we also want to bring to the attention, let me digress a little bit. For weeks, we talked about the Common Core here in the Village with Anselm and the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. And when you think no one is listening, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, trust me, there's a lot of people listening. A gentleman met me and he said, Anselm, I always hear you talking about this common core thing almost all the time. I didn't know what the hell the Common Core was. But I said, you know what? Since I've been listening to In the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience, and he's talking about the Common Core, let me go look up what the Common Core is all about. And you know what? He has educated himself about the Common Core. All you need, ladies and gentlemen, is to make a difference in one person's life. And you have done your job. Make a difference in one person's life. One. And I believe that my job with respect to the Common Core is more than 100% complete. Because that one individual now knows all about the Common Core. And he knows what it's about. And he knows the deficiencies of the Common Core because he did his homework with respect to just listening to this little boy from the little poor town in Trinidad and Tobago trying to help people and give them knowledge. There's also a quote that says, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. I know many of you may have heard that quote before. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. So with respect to the Common Core, I think I have done my job. Now tonight, I want to bring a new issue to you. It's called Cracking the Code. If you go to somore.org on our website and go to the home page, you're going to see on the home page the video for cracking the code. It's a movie. And we are going to delve in that subject here tonight in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Now let's find out what Cracking the Code is all about. Let's take a listen.
I made this film because I think it's important to deepen the national conversation on race. It's a conversation that tends to be both shallow and difficult to have. And so I made this film for all people who want to have that conversation, whether you want to have it with your family, in your classroom, where you work, or where you worship. This film is meant to support you in having a conversation that matters.
And you know, we really and truly have to have that serious conversation in South Orange and Maplewood. We need to have that discussion. We really and truly need to that. And we need to get away from hiding behind pseudo names, hiding behind names, and having these discussions. We need to come out in the open and talk openly and respectfully about this thing we call race. We need to talk about it. That makes us better. That makes the community better. We need to do that openly in South Orange and Maplewood.
What we owe to ourselves and each other is to have authentic, clear conversations.
What's really moving to me is when something is transformational, not just educational, and that's what that film is.
I hope it sparks conversations of people across the country and basically changes the rules for how we relate to each other around issues of race.
Fact. Racially, we are almost completely the same. Ask an anthropologist. We are all, every people, less than 0.1% different. Other 99.9 is what makes us humankind, but the human mind is a master at building barriers.
By definition, a large number of folks who carry around this sort of baggage of bias and prejudice are willing to carve out these exceptions for those who make us comfortable, who seem different from the norm.
You lose your own humanity. And what's the humanity in, like, treating someone more poorly than another person?
Identity is complex. How we navigate and negotiate it is complex. And therefore, I think we have to come up with solutions to how we navigate the complexity of our identities that are more flexible than the rigidness of racism and race.
Huge systems that one's born into will bear on what one can do with one's life.
At the level of structures and institutions, we don't talk about division of resources. We don't talk about larger structures of schooling and workforce. We don't talk about the whole system of racism, and that's a problem.
The box that it traps you in is you feel like to be healthier, to be in a more sound mind state, to think and know and come from a place of foundation in your life, it's something that you have to be ashamed of and you have to denounce. Can drive you crazy.
When we talk about race, we often think about it as something that's personal. Am I being personal? Am I doing the right thing? However, disparities, inequities actually function as a system, and a system has many parts that work together. In this case, we define the system of racialization, or the system of inequities, as something that is embedded in history, in culture, and identity. And it has internal and external components. It's ruled by power and economics. Internal components, bias, privilege, and internalized racism. And these elements play out in relationships that are interpersonal, institutional, and structural. What's fascinating about any system is that all of these things are happening at the same time.
I feel transformed for life. I can't wait to bring this film into my work and to share it with everyone I know, everyone I care about, and to bring this into the healing of our world.